work in progress, isn't it?
So I'd like to say hi to Fiona White from Community Links, who
Hello.
is organising the Lincolnshire Women's Enterprise Day, which is on the 17th of November at Belton Woods near Grantham in Lincolnshire.
Yes, and venue.
Fabulous venue. And there are going to be lots of amazing speakers. And it's all right. I'm just reading a comment there. We had a little bit of a technical faux pas a bit earlier. So
it was a warm-up.
We're doing this again now. So can you tell us a bit about the day and why you decided to go for this day and what you're hoping to get out, or what women might get out of it?
Okay. So a bit of background. I'm Chief Executive of Community Links, which is a community development charity. And we work across the whole of the county, supporting individuals, volunteering community groups and businesses. And effectively what we're trying to do is to help people living in Lincolnshire to be able to do more for themselves, to have the skills and confidence to be able to take things on, to build stronger communities and generally kind of improve quality of life in the county. We've done a number of different projects that kind of link to this in different ways. So a few years ago, we ran a grant program called the Redundant Rural Building Grant, and I used to make my way around the county, visiting small businesses, helping them to think about the future of their business and to support them in the application for funding to reinvigorate and redevelop buildings. And I was absolutely amazed by the range of businesses out there across Lincolnshire, and also the number of people who wanted to get into business and wanted to develop business. And personally, I know a lot of women who perhaps more the women who have had families and are living in rural areas and maybe a little bit isolated from work opportunities, but who have a lot of really good ideas about how they could develop that, but don't quite know how to put it into practice. And I was just saying a minute ago, actually, one of my friends is going to be at the event. She's actually a jury crafts lady, and she's going to be selling her jewellery in the Artisans Avenue, which I'll tell you a bit more about later on. And she's a classic example for me because she's brilliantly creative. I mean, her jewellery is amazing. I couldn't do it. I see a box of beads and bits and bobs and I have no idea how to put them together, but she comes up with some amazing things. But she doesn't really know how to use the tools available to her effectively to promote and grow her business. So she hasn't got a social media strategy, although she is on the web through Facebook and Twitter and what have you. But she doesn't know how to develop and grow her business, and it could become something that's really good. You think about that lady that did the satchel company, started at her kitchen table and went all over the place. So there are people like that I've come across as well. And we have been working with the County Council on a digital skills programme linked to the Fast Broadband rollout. And we wanted to see that kind of roll forward. We had initially discussions with the County Council about some funding for a Women in Business project, and this was part of it. And then lastly, I suppose the last jigsaw piece of the puzzle was I found out about an event in the northwest of England, and I went along to it last November, which was for women in enterprise, and there were 250 women of all backgrounds and all businesses networking and learning and sharing and eating and drinking and generally having a fabulous time. And they were really fired up for their business and for their future, and I thought I'd love to see something like that in our county. So I kind of put my little thinking cap on and got my grey cells going and worked out that we could do it locally. And I had hoped the County Council would fund it, like I said, but that's not been possible. So Community Links, along with all the speakers and everyone else, has taken a real punt to put on something brilliant for women in the county.
Yeah. I mean, it's brilliant. It's something I'm very passionate about, and so I've been happy to be involved with this and help promote it, like a lot of the other women, the great speakers that we've got coming along. So people like Sue Ritchie, who is a leadership coach, Valerie Dwyer, who has figured in lots of women based think tanks and various different things like this. Rachel Green, who, if you're from Lincolnshire, you'll know of her as being a celebrity chef, as it were. Karen Lowe.
I tasted it at Lincolnshire this year. Fabulous roulade.
Excellent. I hope she might be. Well, is she bringing cake? Is that what's going to happen?
There'll be plenty to eat all over the place, but I don't think she's cooking herself on that day. Bless her.
And then there's Karen Lowthorpe, who is involved with Hill Holt Wood, which is a social enterprise, I believe. I need to find out more about that. That'll be really interesting. Dr. Rona Mackenzie, who is from the University of Lincoln, I believe.
University Technical College. She's principal there.
Okay.
She's pretty amazing, actually. I think she's one of these very kind of like physically active, driven women that is also, you know, she's relatively young. She's gone really high. So she's doing really well. So it's actually quite a good range of types of women and women with different interests who have all pursued a kind of a career in business in one way or another and who have things to share.
Excellent. And then I don't really know. There's Emma Rose. Now, what I don't know. I've had a little look.
I think Emma's had to pull out because of she's overcommitted. But we've already got to replace her actually.
All right, so
a big thank you to all of the speakers and workshop leads because, like I said, none of them are being paid, but they've all been really positive about the day, and they've all said, "Oh yeah, it's a great idea. I'd love to see it as an ongoing thing as well." And they're also promoting it to all their networks and contacts. In fact, I think somebody from the university, I need to follow this up. They said they will print out some flyers and leaflets for us to put all the way around the university because I would like to see young women there as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. I was at a networking event last week, I think it was, and Joe Fairley was speaking. And it was amazing because at the event there was 18 people there, and out of the 18 people, only 3 were men. And so a lot of the women there actually said, this is so amazing. We were expecting it to be a lot of men in suits from the experience they've had with networking in the past.
Yeah.
And it could be that there was chocolate, or it could have been that it was a female entrepreneur that was speaking.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, it was great to see so many women in the room. However, the majority of the women were, I would say, 35 and older that were there running their own businesses. So it would be great if we can encourage more young women to look at setting up their own businesses.
Absolutely. I have had discussions with the Prince's Trust actually, and I've asked them to promote the day, and I have also offered for them to come and be in the Living Library. Shall I just explain the format of the day?
Yeah, that'd be great.
So it's I think they call them unconferences now. John Popham was on here earlier. I don't know if he's still here, but this is the new thing. But basically, it's not a pre-prescribed format. So there are different things that you can opt into according to your requirements and interests on the day. So there are a number of women who are doing a talk about their personal experience of moving into business, developing their business, the highs, the lows, the barriers, all that sort of thing. And that they include Karen Lowthorpe and some of the others that you mentioned as well. And then we're going to have some workshops as well, and the workshops, I think all of the workshops are repeated, so if you can't make it in the first session, you can actually come in a second later session, and they're about up to 45 minutes in length, and they're a little bit more practical focus. So we've got a range of topics from employing people to using the cloud, developing your confidence, how to make an impact with media, which is separate to using social media. So it's a real big range of things that are quite practical, and they're aimed at different levels. So whether you haven't started your business or you've been in business a long time, there should be something that should appeal to you. And you can just choose on the day. So if you happen to have a conversation with somebody and they've just come out of a workshop and go, "Oh, wow, that smashed it. It was a brilliant workshop," you could probably get into the one that's on later on. We also have something called Living Library, which basically is a room full of experts in various things, from accountants to funders, and you can basically sit down with them and just pick their brains about something for 5-10 minutes, and then get some ideas about where to go next with your particular issue or problem or opportunity. So that'd be quite flexible in the way it's arranged. And finally, we have our Artisans Avenue. So you can go and see things that have been produced by local craftswomen, from jewellery. I think they're making some stained glass. There's a designer, all sorts of things like that. Quite creative. And then we've also got a little pamper area as well, so you can get yourself a kind of mini head massage or nails done or what have you. So it's very much thinking about, well, what are women interested in? They're interested in talking to people, having time to find out about them. They're interested in a good environment, some stimulating kind of like conversation and workshops, and a little bit of something nice for you to take home. Actually, at the crew one, I came back with a very nice cushion with a hair on it, which I had no intention of buying before I went. But I was like, I love it. I have to have it. And my husband was like, I thought you went to a conference.
Excellent. And how many women are you hoping to get to the conference or non-conference? 200,
which is a little bit of a reach, really. But we've got a fabulous lineup. You must go onto our website if you want to find out about it, communitylinks.com. On the front page, you can find the link and follow it through. And there's all the information about the different workshops, the different speakers, and how you can book on. And it's only £45. I mean, that's a bargain, isn't it, when you think about it? £45 for a whole day, including a fabulous lunch and cake. So I think probably that's the best place to direct people, because it's all out there for them to have a look at.
Yeah. So I've just put the link there in the box. So anybody wants to have a look at that, then please do.
Yes. Please
and
do.
I mean, it's going to be amazing.
Please retweet it and pass it on. Anyone can come as long as they're a woman, and they can get there on the day, and they can pay the £45. And obviously, we're interested in business, so that would help. We are going to be doing some interviews on the day as well. Actually, we are going to be kind of asking people questions with a view maybe to pulling together information that could help us to bid for funds to do further support for women, more training and development, different kinds of networking. So if you are asked to be interviewed, please say yes, and please say nice things, and then hopefully we can get some more support for us.
And you never know, if we've got good Wi-Fi, I might be roving about doing a little bit of scoping, doing some periscopes on the day if I have a chance.
Great. There is Wi-Fi throughout, so if you need to catch up on your emails, or you need to, I wouldn't say necessarily look at the catch up on the program, but if you need to use it, it's there.
Yeah. Well, as I say, I mean, it's going to be such an inspirational day. I mean, 200 women, Lincolnshire business women. It's just going to be amazing. And then the speakers on top. It's going to be a great networking opportunity for people that are either starting out in business or maybe thinking of going a different way. And you never know. Hopefully, as we've said, fingers crossed, it will be an annual event. But, the business connections that you might make on the day are going to be phenomenal, really.
Well, I think what I'm hoping for in terms of at the end of the day is for everybody that's attended to go away and think that was a good use of my day, that actually I've enjoyed that I've learned some stuff, that I feel maybe a little bit more confident, maybe I've actually recognised that what I'm doing is right. Because one of the things that women are, we typically undermine ourselves. We always think, either I can't do that, or I don't think I'm doing this in the right way, or someone else could do it better. No, don't be thinking that. Be thinking, I can do this. Actually, I am doing this the right way, but I need to learn something else, and I now know where to go to find out about that. If we can get that, it would be fabulous. And if people could tell us if we've done that, would be great. At the same time, if it's things have gone a bit pear-shaped, please tell us that as well, because we want it to be the annual event. They're not the annual event of horrors.
It's all right. We'll be after Halloween, so we should be fine for that. But yeah, I mean, this is it. It's one of these things that for it to be an annual event, we do need feedback from people to give both what went well and what they thought could be improved of. If it's a case that they felt that it was too fluid or something like that, then sort of tell us so that we can look at that. And if everybody's saying that, then it might be something that is changed in the format. But equally, hopefully it might be that networks are built that are then running throughout the year, that it's the support there for women in business.
I think another thing that's important to say is I know that there are a number of business networks out there already. There's Angels Bring Business, Lincolnshire Business Network, and lots of Pink Ladies. There's all sorts of things going on. We're not trying to create a better one of those. we're trying to create a platform that brings it all together, because I find this not just in this activity, but in all our other activity with Community Links, that people just don't know what is out there. And it's partly because Lincolnshire is such a huge county. The road infrastructure and public transport is really poor. Broadband is still patchy. And unless you know someone who knows something, it's difficult sometimes to actually find the right thing. So Community Links is an organisation that draws things together for the benefit of a broad range of people. So we are not creating a new network for women. We're creating opportunities for those existing offers to better connect with the people that can be there. I remember when Business Link was around, and they were really poor at getting into rural areas. They would cherry pick the urban areas. They very rarely came into Lincolnshire. When they did come into Lincolnshire, they went to the urban areas. And so a lot of people just didn't get anywhere near the support that might have been available for them. I think that's often the case. And hopefully this will start to kind of unpick that a bit.
Excellent. Yeah. So we've had Sam that's been sort of in the comments. I mean, do you want to pop in, Sam, and have a little talk, or isn't it appropriate for you at the minute? Feel free to if you'd like. Because obviously, we are based in Lincolnshire, and this is for Lincolnshire women. No problem. Sam hasn't got a mic. I know I was trying to do a blab when I was doing a workshop and I'd forgotten to take my headset with me. So I was there going sort of like this to people and it didn't work at all. So it is for women in business in Lincolnshire.
Or thinking of getting into business. You don't have to have your own business at the moment.
Yeah, this is it. So, but I mean, if anybody's got any questions about the day that they want to hop on, either ask in the sidebar or want to hop on, then we can do. Mm-hmm. We can answer those. That's not a problem. But bear in mind that it is for women in business in Lincolnshire. I think we've covered most of the questions. I've shared the link a couple of times. Mm-hmm. And if you follow me on Blab, or if you followed me and Fiona on Blab, then follow us on Twitter.
Yeah,
and you'll see links.
In case you don't know why it looks like it does, Flow Urby. It's a great one. never create a Twitter account when you're in a bar.
Oh gosh. Yeah. No, I've just read Cats in the Bag Purr has just said that she's actually in Montreal in Quebec, Canada. And it's funny that she stumbled upon this as her friend has just moved to Lincolnshire. Uh-huh. So hopefully her friend might come along and find out. I don't know whether her friend has a business or not. But again,
we can export this idea to Quebec.
Yes, and then she does have a business. Excellent. That's great.
And then Hussein Ali, I live in Iraq.
Yes,
a little too far as well.
Yeah,
there'll be stuff on. We will put stuff on the internet. We have actually one of our sponsors, because effectively you're our social media sponsor. So thank you very much, Jackie. That's very kind of you. But we've also got some younger people from Lincoln University actually who are going to be doing the interviewing, the videoing on the day, and we will have. We'll have bits that we can put up on the YouTube channel and on our website as well. So you'll be able to see things from it. I won't be able to share presentations because, interestingly, no one is doing a PowerPoint because we said to them to make it very interactive, which again I think is quite good because if you're just looking at a load of slides, you kind of lose the will to live after a whole day of it, and you don't necessarily take it in. We want it to be a kind of like a two-way process where at all possible. But I'm sure they'll have handouts and sort of links to things that will be useful for people who go.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it'll be a wonderful day, and it will be the first of many annual events for Lincolnshire Women's Enterprise Day for the future. And so I think is it a good idea to wrap it up now, Fiona? Because I think we've been waffling on for a while and it's not been too interactive. So, but thank you very much for those that have watched today and that have interacted with us. And we'll see you on another blab soon. And I don't know whether Sam might make it from Grimsby, but we'll see, sort of thing. So, and thank you very much, Fiona. And we'll be popping this up on YouTube as well if anybody wants to catch up what we said before.
Fabulous. So, thank you. See you on the 17th, if not before.
Indeed, yeah. Lincolnshire Women's Enterprise Day, 17th of November at Belton Woods near Grantham, and tickets are £45. And check out the website, and I'll have links and things to that below this if you're watching on YouTube. Thank you very much, Fiona.